I think that this is one of the most fundamental topic that we can discuss in any environment, in any location, in any, like I said, in any institution. So it's about the mindset, which I personally share with my clients, my colleagues, my friends, whenever I get a chance to. So this is about fostering the right kind of mindset. And today in this book club, the book that I picked for this mindset was the book called Mindset by Professor Carol Dweck, who is currently a named professor in Stanford University, which is one of the biggest and one of the premier institute in the whole world. So she's a psychologist, of course, and the book is called Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. So I would like to get the discussion rolling with this quote by Henry Ford. And this is one of my favorites. Those who have worked with me, you would know that I have shared it at some point of time. Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. Let me repeat. Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. So, depending on what we are telling to ourselves, usually that happens because our mind is a storehouse of superpower. We can manifest whatever we like. And I am saying this not by reading a book, but by my own life experiences where things that have seemed impossible, it cannot happen. It has happened based on just the sheer mindset. And I will, if time permits, I will hear from you guys and I will share some my own stories why I'm saying this, what I just said. So with that little introduction, I would like to go straight to the main part. So I would like to again warmly welcome each one of you present here to this Holistic Health and Healing Book Club that is usually happening for the past 4 weeks or so. This is the fourth one, and today's purpose here or the mission of this book club is whatever topic we have, whatever topic which are foundational of any holistic healing, I try to bring in more sort of psychological than physiological. Because physiology, I always say this, and I love saying this, physiology is easy because you can see the cause and effect. Something happened, I cut my hand, I burnt my hand, you can see the cause, you can see the effect, you give some medicine, it will heal, fine. But the mind, whatever happens in our mind, in our psychology, we cannot see that. We cannot find the cause and effect of this. So the purpose is to bring in the topics which are foundational for our health, because if our mind is not brimming with joy, brimming with laughter, brimming with whatever, like brimming with energy, vibrance, we would not be able to get things done in the day. We will be doing it, but we will be doing in a suboptimal way. We don't want that, right? We want things to be happening in the most magnanimous way. Okay, so today's purpose is to understand the difference between a fixed mindset and the growth mindset. These are the two concepts that have been introduced in the book, and to explore how adopting a growth mindset can lead to greater personal and professional success, to share insights and practical strategies for cultivating a growth mindset in our own lives. And I would request that I have prepared a few slides for you guys. If you have any questions, which we will of course encourage at the end, maybe we can take up at the end to have a floor discussion, okay? So where we will share each other's journey. So these are the purpose. With that, I straight move on to just get this concept rolling. So the first thing I am showing here is a glass of water, which is a phenomena happening. And one time, some psychologists did an experiment of calling somebody in the room, and in the room there were nobody else, just this glass and that participant, and the experimenter explained what is to be done. They said, can you just explain the phenomena, what is there in front of you? So one participant or some participants, there were a group of participants who said, well, oh my gosh, this glass, the half is already gone. So if the other half is gone, it will be empty. There will be no more water left. So there was a sense of remorse. There was a sense of repentance. There was a sense of negativity looming in the room. They were saying, what can I do? Half is gone, only half to go. And then there were other participants, other class of participants who just came, and they were like all saying it like this way. The attitude was like this: oh, so this is a half-filled glass. If we give another half, the glass will be full. And this half can save a person's life in a desert. In a desert, right? This half is enough just to have the quench the thirst of a desert. And as a matter of fact, if I add on another half, the glass will be full. So the phenomena is called half glass water. How we interpret things is not guided by the glass, but it's guided by our mindset. How we see things. It's the same phenomena, but two persons or two classes of people explaining it in two different ways. Similarly, I have another example for you guys. There is raining. And this little kid was dancing and joyful and, drenching in the rain. The raindrops are falling on her. And she's just ecstatic, as you can see from her eyes and the smile. She's ecstatic. She's having so much fun under the rain. At the same time, in the same very rain, what happened is, there is this kid who was crying. I mean, there is nothing wrong in crying. I am not saying that, never. What I'm saying is, in the same phenomena of the rain, one person getting soaked in the rain, wet in the rain, they're enjoying every drizzle of rain on their skin, on their body. They are having so much fun. At the same time, another kid, they are having a rough time, clearly, very clearly. So, how I explain this is by a mind-blowing, these are MB moments I call, mind-blowing moment, a mind-blowing story I heard from a monk when I was little. The story when I was little means when I was in my college days. Okay. So the story is like this. So the monk asked us in one day in our class, closing his eyes, he was asking, well, there are two wolves, there are two wolves that always howl inside of us, right? One wolf is like, you can do it. Just go. Let's do it. Just go. You can do it. You can attend that. You can learn that new skill. Oh, yes, you can go to that new country. No worries. You can go and have fun, have a blast there. Oh, yeah, you can get that new degree. Oh, yeah, you can get that new job. Oh, that's fine. You have lost the job. So what? You get another job. Oh, no worries. It's fine. You have felt some heartache. It will be fine. Over time, you will be okay. No worries. Another chitter chatter inside, which is always there like this, pop, 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 inside our head, which says, no, you can't do this. No, you can't go and learn this new degree. No, it's impossible. Oh, no way you can go to a foreign land and live there by yourself. No way, impossible. What? Are you trying to learn cooking? No way you can learn cooking because cooking is so hard. Oh, wait, you are planning to hold a meeting by yourself? How can you? You can't do that. You have never done that before. So, I am explaining here, the monk was just saying, one is always pushing us to do something, to get something done, to learn something new, to get something in our life which you have never done before. Another voice is always holding us back. You can't because you have never done this. You are not good enough. You are so miserable. You are like, hey, how can you do this? So, how can you do this? So one voice is always exciting, encouraging, and one voice is always pulling us down. The question by the monk at the end of the class was, which voice sounds more? The question was simple. Which voice sounds more? Which wolf howls louder? And he was quiet. He was quiet after the question. So what the answer he gave is something that has had a deep impact in my life for the rest of my life, of course, including now. What is the answer? I will tell you at the end. Okay? Let's move on. So, moving on for today's goals meeting, foster an engaging and thought-provoking discussion. So again, the engagement will even more come when we open the floor for discussions. Encourage sharing of personal experiences and insights where you guys can share how the mindset have helped you achieve certain goals in your life or things like that. And I would try to share something here which will leave us with actionable strategies to apply a growth mindset in our daily life. Now, this is my personal philosophy. Whenever I work with somebody, whether it's nationally or internationally, I always like to give actionable strategies, not like theoretical chatter. Oh, this is the theory behind this is the theory behind that. Doesn't matter. Can you apply this in your life? If yes, what can be the routine? What can be the actual step that you can do to get the thing done that you want to achieve with working with me? So actionable strategies are the most important thing. Okay. So with that, fixed mindset versus the growth mindset. This is the fundamental core theme that has been discussed in this book. Now I will show you a picture which will explain the whole thing. This is the picture. Please pay very minute attention here. The picture goes like this. It's not about the two hemispheres of the brain, right side saying this, left side saying that. Please do not complicate things. It's very simple. The picture shows that one side is how the brain, how the growth mindset processes something, same phenomena like the glass of water, like the rain, how the fixed mindset interprets the same situation. For example, when a fixed mindset is facing some challenges, they would try to avoid it. Whereas the growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to grow, because with challenge, they will learn some new skill. With challenge, they will do something which they have never done before. Refuse to criticism or feedback. They don't like to take others' feedback because they think it's personal attack. Whereas the growth mindset, they will embrace constructive criticism, constructive feedback. They focus on proving yourself. In fixed mindset, what happens is the mindset says the capability of an individual is fixed. It cannot change, it cannot grow, it cannot expand. Whereas the growth mindset says, no, it's a constant, continuous process. It is not contingent upon age. It is not contingent upon your sex for sure. It is not contingent upon your personal experiences. Yes, it has some effect, but it can be exercised with hard work and effort to improve. That's the mindset, right? So they focus on the process, not the end result. So the fixed mindset, they feel threatened by others' success. But the growth mindset, they feel inspired by others' success. If they see something beautiful in others, they will appreciate it, whether it's beauty, whether it's abundance, whether it's prosperity, whether it's skill. I always say in the 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says that he is the best of the best, right? For all the sthavar, all the establishments, he is this Himalaya. Among all the seasons, he is the Bhagavan Krishna is the spring. Among all the trees, he is the Ashwatha tree. So like that, he was saying. So he is also saying, among the Gyanis, he is the Gyan. Among the Tapasvis, he is the Tapasya, austerity. Among the beautiful person, he is the beauty in that person. Among the Gyani, he is the knowledge. So whenever they see the growth mindset, sees something beautiful in others, whatever it is, they appreciate it because it's just an expression of something divine, right? So be inspired by other successes, and they want to be also like them. They want to not pull them down, but inspired by them, they also want to be at the same space. Learn and grow from failures. They want to grow from failures. Setbacks are okay. Can't accept failures or mistakes. They are like, oh my gosh, my life is done. Shy away from unfamiliar things. And the growth mindset always steps out of the comfort zone and they takes up the challenge, however big the challenge is. Okay. Believe that challenge is static. The growth mindset rather thinks, believe that talent is ever improving. Talent is not what you get by birth, because it is something that you can hone your skills on and you can get and acquire from your sheer effort and skills. All right. Throughout the lifelong, there was this concept of neuroplasticity that came out in the 1980s or so in the neuroscience. Before that, people would think that the brain, the neuronal expansion does not happen after a certain age. But in this new science of neuroscience, that's why it's called new psychology of success, this mindset. In the new neuroscience, they have said that no, neuroplasticity, it's a concept where you can exercise the wiring and firing of neurons as long as you live as long as your last breath. Okay? It can be exercised, it can be grown, neuroplasticity, irrespective of the age and everything. So that's the growth mindset we are talking about here. All right? So fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Clear? The same situation, but things are seen in a different way. Now, characteristics of a fixed mindset. How do you know that we are fostering a fixed mindset? Fear of failure. Avoid taking risks to prevent failing. Often feel threatened by other successes. Like I just said, that fear of failure always grabs them. They don't even take the first step because, well, of course, if we don't take the first step, probability of failure is zero. But at the same time, probability of success is also zero if you don't take the action, right? So because of fear of failure, to handle that emotion of fear, they don't take an action. Avoidance of challenges. Whenever there is a challenging situation, they will just avoid it because they think they cannot do it. They are not good enough. Things like that. So viewing effort as fruitless, meaning, just like I said, just because they believe that their effort towards something would not change their abilities because their abilities are fixed. It is totally determined from before. They talk about the effect of the genes. They point their fingers to the genetic composition of that individual. Whereas the growth mindset, it's not the genes. It's the genes and the environment. It's a combination of the nature and the nurture. Nature means whatever we are born with, whatever nature has given us. Nurture means whatever we have nurtured to grow. All right? So viewing effort as fruitless. Now, the slogans of that fixed mindset is, oh gosh, I cannot do this. Just like I was talking about regarding the wolf. The wolf, that wolf which always says naysayer, right? No. I can't do this. I am not good at this. Oh no, what can I do? This is a fixed mindset. Now, I am excited to share the opposite. Characteristics of a growth mindset. What is the growth mindset? They embrace challenges. Remember the other one? Fear of failure. They embrace challenges. See challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Approach difficult tasks with curiosity and determination, means grit. I will do it. I am definitely gonna do this. Yeah. They will learn from criticism. They ask for people to criticize them. Hey, I have made this, I have written this essay. Is it good? Hey, I have composed this song. Is it good? Hey, I have made this video. Is it good? Whatever it is, they will ask for feedback because they know, and of course they will ask to the right people because they know whoever will give them the feedback, it's for them to grow better, right? To grow in a more fulfilling way. So they will learn from the criticism. Then view effort as a path to mastery. Understand that effort and perseverance lead to improvement. And they recognize that hard work is essential for success. I always tell my clients, right, that there is no magic pill. I do not give any magic pill as a saying that this is the magic. In fact, I do not give any medications in my holistic healing sessions unless it's been 1 month, 2 months. Yes, for some certain cases, if it is very urgent, I start introducing them like after 2-3 weeks, but otherwise after 1 month, after 2 months of working, sometimes after 3 months to set the ground right, then only I will go for that, right? So how do the growth mindset talk? They talk in this way. I can learn to do this. I am not good at this yet. Growth fixed mindset says, I cannot do this. The growth mindset says, I can learn to do this. Or in other words, I cannot do this yet. As of now, I cannot do this, but that does not mean I will never be able to do this. I am improving with practice. Remember the other ones? They were saying that in the other one, I can't do this. I am not good at this. I can't do this. I am not good at this. And here, I can learn to do this. Yes, I cannot do this yet. I can learn to do this. And the other one is, I am improving with practice. I am not good at this. And the fixed mindset will explain this as, I am improving with practice. One of the other examples which I absolutely love is this. Suppose it is raining outside and we want to say somebody, we want somebody to take the umbrella with them, right? So there are two ways of saying it. One is, hey, don't forget to take the umbrella with you. Don't forget is two negatives making a positive. Do not forget means remember. The growth mindset says, hey, remember to take your umbrella with you. You see that the difference? One is to saying two no's, two negative, to make it a positive statement. Whereas the growth mindset is saying, remember to take the umbrella. So how we throw things matters. Yeah. So this is the characteristics of a growth mindset. Now, benefits, what are the benefits? I don't have to tell anybody here, I'm pretty sure. What can be the benefits of growth mindset? Well, personal growth. For the personal growth, we can have enhanced learning and development. Fosters love for learning. New learning is fun. It's not about a burden. Oh my gosh, I have to now study this. Oh no, I have this new technique that I have to learn in my work. So it's always about continuous self-improvement and skill development, right? So greater resilience and persistence. They will have the ability, the growth mindset people will have the ability to bounce back from setbacks, more perseverance amidst challenges, okay? So they will be able to better handle the challenges. They will be more sort of, my favorite phrase is, they will be more sort of in the so what category. So what? Something happened. I could not do this. I could not achieve this. I could not get the job. I could not blah, 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 blah. So what? So what? I will do better next time. That's it. That's it. So professional success, increased innovation and creativity. Increased innovation and creativity because they will try to think outside the box. They will try new approaches, right? Better performance and productivity. If our mindset is right, we will have higher motivation. We will put more effort because we will be in a constant mode of getting that thing, learning that new thing by constant effort, constant practice, asking people out and things like that. We will have an improved problem-solving skills and adaptability. Excuse me. So oftentimes in professional networks, we are given new tasks. Yes, if it is completely outside of your ikigai, then of course you might think of switching the job. But if it is something you have always been passionate about, and then there you are facing some new challenges, I'm talking about those things, okay? Of course, there is the other thing where you have ended up in a place for whatever reasons where you never wanted to be at the first place. That is a whole different story. There is another procedure for that, to guide a person towards their ikigai. But I'm talking about if you are already in the ikigai, in your place which you are very passionate about, and you are being faced by some challenges. I'm talking about that one. So better performance and productivity, higher motivation, higher effort, improved problem-solving skills and adaptability. How to cultivate a growth mindset. Now, this is the thing I was talking about, to leave you guys with some practical examples, with some practical steps, how we can cultivate a growth mindset that we can apply in our day-to-day life. For example, first one is, let us embrace challenges. Let the challenges come towards us, whatever the challenge is. How difficult can it be? I always say to my clients, I say that always think of what can be the worst consequence of this. If you have seen the worst consequence, I always say you are prepared for anything in the world, whether it's personal thing, professional thing, emotional thing, whatever. If you have seen the worst, no power in the world can shake you because you have seen the worst. What else can you see? So embracing a challenge will be like a piece of cake then, right? So embracing challenges. Whenever there is an opportunity to embrace challenge, we should just extend both our hands, both our arms, and to embrace that challenge. Learn from feedback. We should ask even, not only wait for our supervisors to give us feedback, for our parents to give us feedback, for our spouses, partners, whatever. We should rather be proactive in asking for feedback. Of course, there is the second part of it, from the people who you know, they are truly your well-wishers. You know this, right? Not any malefic person. So of course, learn from the right people, ask them, approach them for feedback in anything that you would like. So in anything that you would like to improve upon, right? So third one is celebrate effort, not just results. And this is the 47th shloka of second chapter in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. We have our rights in our actions, not on the results, what happens because of that actions we have done. So celebrating effort, not just results. All right. So third action step. Fourth, use positive affirmations. I was working with another client yesterday and I was saying the same thing, that one of the things best we can do to improve our self-confidence is to have a positive affirmation every single day. Waking up, going straight to the mirror and telling that person in front of the mirror, hey, you are great. You have done a good job. You have come this far, Just look back how far you have come. You have done a pretty good job. You have gone through a lot. I understand you. You have gone through a lot, and I know how strong you have become. So you can also do this today because you have been here for a long time. You have the resilience, the grit to also go through this. And in the Buddhist philosophy, there is a beautiful saying which says, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. However much distressed conditions there are, time is the thing which just sucks up everything. This too shall pass. So, because if we look back, wherever we are in our lives, how many times have we been faced with the situations where we thought, oh my God, this is the last few breaths I am having. I cannot go through this. I cannot tolerate this. This is too much for me. But see, we are here right now. We are here. We are talking. We are fine. So positive affirmations means speaking to ourselves first, saying that, yes, you can do this. I always say that if I will be able to assist you, if the whole world is against you, but you are with yourself saying, I can do this. But the day you wake up in the morning and you start saying yourself, I cannot do it, I will leave. I have to leave then. Because that is the point where I would say that nobody else, even the Lord himself, if he or she comes down, they will not be able to help us. Because we have lost our own trust on ourselves, right? Because thou art that, we are that one, right? So positive affirmation is very important. Every morning, looking at the mirror, writing things in the journal, for example. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Just like gratitude journaling, there is positive affirmations journaling too. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can come out through this situation, all of that. So setting learning goals, not just performance goals. In job, oftentimes I will see that the supervisor said, oh, you will be evaluated by this and this and this performance criteria at the end of this financial year or whatever. But then there should be learning goals. In between, there should be intermediate check-ins. When I work with my clients, I also have intermediate check-ins with whether how much benefit it is offering you as you are here, as we are working together. Have you been benefited with this? Have you not? If not, what can we do? The alterations and all sorts of things, right? So we set the learning goals. We say that we are working on this particular aspect and we want to change this by these concrete action steps. So we set smaller goals like Kaizen, okay? So in real life, how can we apply this? In education, anybody here who is related to education, if you are related in school, if you are a teacher, if you are the principal or whatever, if you are in education, please try to encourage your students with this concept of the growth mindset. It's about the same situations, how you interpret the things. In the yoga class, one day, I was teaching a class, I was a student in the class. And one of the yoga teachers was teaching, and then many other yoga teachers also have said that later on, but that was the first time I heard when somebody said, suppose you are going through a lot of problems and you come to the yoga class thinking that, oh my God, I will be like a yogi after this, unwavering by the sorrows and the joys and the miseries and the delights and all of that. Perfect balance. Yoga does not take up our challenges. It is not a sponge which soaks up the challenges. Instead, what happens is by the mindful practices like yoga, tai chi, whatever you do in your own life, by this kind of practices, mindful practices, our relationship with the problem changes. The problems remain as they are, but how we relate to them, that changes. All right? That changes. So in education, we should bring into the students, like I said, this mindset fundamental concept should be in every school to cultivate resilience, meaning the grit to go through certain challenges. In workplace, for sure, promoting a culture of improvement, whether you are in charge of supervising several employees or things like that, whatever role you are in the job, it can be used for enhancing innovation also, like so that people can be more creative in their work if we are fostering a growth mindset, or if we are encouraging as the boss in the workplace for their innovation. And then in personal relationships, my favorite, becoming a charisma dynamo. It will be such that people will like to hang out with you. People will like to be around you because they feel very positive if you are around. I love this because I feel the most charged up by that fact of seeing this dynamo reflecting in the others, seeing this vibrance reflected in the others around me. I feel delighted in that. So becoming a charisma dynamo, and the role model among family, among friends, among peers, becoming that role model where everybody will say that, how did you do this? How come you went through all of that? I cannot even imagine this. How did you achieve this? How did you achieve that? How did you live this? How did you live that? Or whatever it is. Being a role model for the family, friends, and peers. So let's try to have this real life application by the techniques I already discussed in the previous slide of this growth mindset, right? So there's a beautiful resource I want to share. This resource is called Mindset, www.mindsetworks.com/science/. This is Dr. Carol Dweck's research over decades on this mindset. And now he came up with a new concept of fixed mindset, growth mindset, and a new thing called mixed mindset. Mixed mindsets are difficult in the sense that they are difficult to understand. They will be sometimes in the growth mindset, sometimes in the fixed mindset. And I would say, although it's difficult and it has not been talked in the introductory book so much so, I would say mixed mindset is the most realistic scenario that we can see, right, in human beings. Because it's very hard to believe unless somebody is going through a very depressive state. Other than that, it's very hard to believe somebody will be always in a negative or fixed mindset. On the other hand, somebody will be, however excited I might sound, I would be always in a growth mindset or things like that. Even if I'm talking about this, it's unlikely. But we talk about the biggest proportion of the day. If we look at the past 24 hours, how much of the time we were in the growth mindset, how much of the time we were in the fixed mindset, because time is limited. We only have a limited amount of time to get our roles played in this world. Why we are here for? To fulfill our dharma, to fulfill our purpose. So it's about the mindset, whichever mindset we foster more. Now, with that, I will share that wolf story. Remember, I promised that at the end of the discussion, I will answer that. So let's go back to that wolf picture right here. So the monk asked, out of these two wolves, which one howls more? Which one barks more? The period was over. The period was complete over, meaning the bell rang. Everybody was sitting still because we are waiting for the answer. And as the monk was leaving the place, leaving the classroom, he just gave the answer and he left. Okay, the answer was this. Before that, the question was, each individual within us have two wolves. One is howling all, go for it, go get it done, like that. Just do it, Nike, right? And the other one is like, oh no, oh you cannot, oh no, like that. So which one howls more? The answer was the one that we feed more. So the answer was the one that you feed more. Because the more, whatever we do more, we get better at it. As simple as that. Anything we do more, we get better at it. So whichever mindset we feed more, that wolf will howl more. If we are not feeding that wolf, it will starve to death. If it finds the food around from us, from our attention, if it gets our attention currency, there is a concept called attention currency. We, all of us during a day, we have a specific amount of attention currency. How are we expending our attention currency? If we are giving a lot of that to that wolf, they are being fed more, they will howl more. As simple as that. So the answer was, the one that you feed more howls more. So with that, I just want to open up the floor for a discussion. If you would like, I will give some questions that can guide our discussion. So the discussion questions are like this. Hold on. So the discussion questions are like this. Which mindset have you noticed within more often? And you can answer any one of this, okay? I'm just giving you some questions to ponder upon, okay? You can also think about this. You can type in the chat box, you can unmute yourself and share also if you have to share something. Any instance your mindset impacted the outcome of a challenging situation? Meaning, is there any instance that you want to share where you have seen in your real life where the outcome has been impacted by your mindset, sheer mindset? It has changed the outcome. You are thinking something else, but your mindset has produced it in a completely different way. How do you handle setbacks? I am asking you guys, what are your strategies of handling setbacks? What strategies are most helpful to you? Among the things that you try, what are the most helpful? For example, nurturing a growth mindset. So in the challenges, reminding ourselves, why did we start something at the first place? Just like that, how do you handle setbacks? And what strategies are most helpful to you in handling those? Number 4, how does your mindset, that will be how does your mindset affect your approach to learning or skill development? Have you ever seen that you are starting to learn a new skill and your mindset has changed your learning outcome? Have you faced challenges in nurturing a growth mindset? For example, you want to nurture your growth mindset, but there are some challenges. If that is the case, I want to know what are those challenges that you have faced while you are trying to nurture a growth mindset. So these are some cues for you to ponder upon. And please feel free to share, unmute your mic and share some personal experiences of any one or more of these questions I have put forward. You are most welcome, because this is the part when we are actually learning from each other. Anybody wants to share anything? Today, everybody is quiet. So this is, while you guys are probably thinking or figuring out what to share, I would like to share one thing that I promised at the beginning that I would like to share is, when I came back from the United States to India, the whole thing happened in a span of 24 days. I repeat, when I came back from the United States, the whole phenomenon, I decided and did the whole thing of arranging things there, coming back. The whole phenomena happened in a span of 24 days. It has to come from a space of having a lot of clarity and a lot of the mindset. So the mindset, of course, I was nurturing my growth mindset throughout the whole time, even before then, what I want in life, what I wanted to do, what am I passionate about to death, what are those things? So that is one instance I want to share where miracles happened. My growth, by just sheer mindset, allowed me to do some things which even now some of my very close people, they don't believe it. They say that, how on earth was it possible? You were there for 9 years, and how did you manage everything to wrap up in just 24 days? So one example, very touchy space, but I am okay with it. So, okay, I see a chat. So I see a chat. Tapasji is saying, planning is the most important thing to face challenges for getting out of the fixed mindset. Planning, absolutely. Planning is the most important thing. I believe you are trying to say that just to have a solid plan, how one can come out of this situation when somebody is in that vicious cycle of being in the fixed mindset, right? Like, do you mean like to have some specific specific step-by-step action plan, like the plan meaning like some specific action plan, guidance, all of that, or by planning you meant something else?
Obviously,
Yeah.
it should be planned. It should be planned that will help you out getting out of the fixed mindset.
Yeah.
Unless you do not have any plan, you cannot proceed further.
Yeah, true. So basically, to know the directions, to have some guidance specifically, like basically, I would also say that this planning, the word planning, I am hearing it in the sense of to have solid clarity, to also have solid clarity where we want to go. For example, if we are in a confused state, we cannot plan, right? We cannot plan. Even if we plan, it is not the best plan. So planning means the best planning will come when we have a sense of clarity, when we understand what our subconscious mind is telling us, when we are not attending to it. Because in a day, 95% of our activities happen from our subconscious mind. Only 5% we decide, because even the hand we put in first in the shirt, when we are wearing a shirt and all of that happens from our subconscious mind, right? So if we know how we are feeding our subconscious mind, that wolf, which wolf we are feeding, we will have a clear-cut clarity. And with a clear-cut clarity, we will see our route very clearly, and then we can plan the action steps. This, after that comes this, after that comes this, after that comes that, which will help us to, because otherwise it's a fumble. Suppose you want to do something great, but there is no plan. So it will be like even more anxious. It will create even more anxiety than before. That now that we don't have plan, I tried, and then I am in a worse situation now. So of course, when we are taking the action steps towards the growth mindset, it must have the clarity, and from clarity will come proper planning. Thank you so much, Tapasji, for sharing that. This is great. And
I want to add to this: the plan is the bridge. Plan is the bridge between the fixed mindset and growth mindset.
Wonderful way to put that. Wonderful way to put that. Planning, clarity-based planning, I would say, right? The clarity-based planning.
Sure.
Clarity-based planning is a bridge between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. I love that. Thank you. This is the bridge between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else wants to share anything in which they felt a change just because of their mindset? They felt that something positive happened, or they have seen the benefits of that mindset? You can type, or you can just unmute, whatever you like. And while we are at that, I would also like to announce that our next book club, the topic of the next book club is, as we talked about the subconscious, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. No class next Saturday, but the Saturday after, 27th of July, Saturday, same time, same place. Same time, same place. We will have the power of our subconscious mind as the new topic. So if you want the slides and the recording, please fill out this bit.ly/book club-resources, this link. I would be happy to share the link, share the resources. And if you know somebody who wants to benefit from these discussions, that I openly invite anybody and everybody interested in honing themselves as a whole individual, please send them this WhatsApp link, bit.ly/DRDEB, capital letter W, capital letter A, Dr-Deb WhatsApp, bit.ly/Dr-Deb WhatsApp WA. So that's the WhatsApp group. I would be happy to have them in the group. All important notifications, updates are given in that group. Okay. So finally, you know where to find me. My email and WhatsApp, it's here. Please write me a message. I love these sessions. I hope you are enjoying these sessions as well. These are helpful, short sessions. And always you are welcome to share your thoughts, because see, I have these slides just to get this discussion going. But of course, I want to hear from you guys. For today, for example, today we learned that clarity-based planning can be the bridge between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. All right. So one last time, if does anybody want to share anything else before we close the meeting for today? If not, then thank you once again for joining. I am very grateful for your presence, and I will see you in the next book club meeting, if not before. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you.